Guys, I had recently seen that there's an Oreo and a Reese's collab, but I live in rural Nova Scotia, so the stores I went to don't have it. And then when I went online to find it, either it's hard to find or it's like expensive, and I'm like, I'm not spending my money on that right now. Like, I don't have the money to just waste to try those. So I was like, I'm gonna make them myself. So let's see how it goes. They look pretty easy. I won't be able to compare them one-on-one, like the actual ones, to the one I make, but like it'll probably be a general idea. So let's try to make those. Okay, I'm going to start first with the Oreo Reese's, so the Oreo with the Reese's inside. So I'm just going to use, obviously like the traditional Oreos, and then I'm going to use peanut butter, and then I'm going to use icing sugar to make like the inside, because that's pretty much what I think the inside of a Reese's is peanut butter with added icing sugar, and probably like other stuff to stabilize it, or make it like, or to make it like more shelf stable, I guess. Like there could be a few other things, like, I don't know, but that's probably like the texture it's going to be, so we'll try that. We're going to get our Oreos. Sorry for the glare, by the way. There's no good spot to film in my house. We're going to save this inside part because we're going to use it for the next collab one for the top of it. So we're going to scrape this off and keep that. And then you're going to take your peanut butter. And I'm going to use a little bit more because I'm going to use this mixture for the other one as well. So I'm going to take some peanut butter. Add some icing sugar. I'm just going to sprinkle it, but you can use a spoon and measure it out, but I'm just going to pour enough to make it like kind of like a thicker consistency, kind of like a fondant consistency, hopefully. It's not mixing well. Okay, hold on. I don't know if it's the bowl, or I should probably mix this by hand. Oh no, I'm making a mess everywhere. Oh god. I'm going to try mixing it maybe with my hands. It's just getting all crumbly. Hold on. Okay, let's try doing it with our hands. I think this actually will probably work better. So just kind of like keep squeezing it till it forms like a thicker kind of fondant texture. So, okay, I'm going to do this for a while and I'll be right back. Okay, I get it to this level, and then we're just going to kind of roll it to make it stick and to get it shape. And you keep adding more of the powdered sugar to make it like less sticky. So we have this. See? Ooh, lovely. So I'm just going to flatten it out, and then I'm just going to take a little circle of it and put it into the Oreo, but then I'm going to keep some for our next like Reese's thing, because it has Reese's center with cookies in the middle, I think, or crumbled into it. So like, see how this is kind of like a fondant-y texture, like a Play-Doh. So we're going to use that. This is still a little bit shiny, so I might add a little bit more I might add more icing sugar onto it. But so we're going to take this and cut it into like a little circle, patty size that will go into the Oreo. So I have that, and I have icing sugar all over my cookies that spilled, but you know what, it's fine. So we're going to place that into the Oreo and just like smush it down and make sure it's like the right size, right amount. You can add more, take away some, whatever, it's fine. We're going to squish it in with our other Oreo, and there we go. That actually looks pretty good. It's not too bad. It's not perfect, but it's not too bad. Like I said, you can go around and like fix the edges. If it's still too sticky, you can add more of the icing sugar. But there we go, one down. One more to go. So we'll try this after we make the second one. For the second one, it's like a Reese's cup with Oreo topping and like an Oreo crumble in the center. So I'm assuming it's chocolate on the bottom, and then the inside is like the peanut butter mixture that we just made, and then you add the Oreo crumbles into that. And then on top, I believe it's supposed to be like the cream of the Oreo, but I'm assuming they mixed white chocolate with it. I don't know if I have white chocolate, so we'll see what we can do. But we have the leftover cream from the other cookie, then we'll add more of the icing sugar to that cream, and it should make that layer. But I think it needs to harden, so we probably need some white chocolate, so I'll see if I can find that. If not, we'll just make do and freeze it. Okay, so we're going to use our chocolate, and then I'm going to put some coconut oil in with this to help it like melt, and then we'll just pop it in the microwave for a little. I have my chocolate melting. It's so hot in this container. I probably should have used the double boiler method, but I'm too lazy. So be careful if you do in the microwave. I also think I might need to do more. We'll see. It took a while to actually melt. Like I had to take it out and then stir it to get it to melt against the heat of the container. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. I'm clearly not a baker. I like cooking. Well, I don't like cooking, but I like to eat like good meals, so I can cook better. But baking, it frustrates me to no end. Like the measurements, it pisses me off. But I love sweets, but I'm not a baker at all. Okay, so take one of our little, oh my gosh, my brain, cupcake or muffin papers. Right? That's what they're called. I don't know. Anyway, and then we're going to start pouring some of the chocolate into there and try to layer it as best we can. This is going to be a messy disaster. Okay, I didn't really think this part through. Okay. Honestly, you'd probably want it to be like more runny. I'm sure a professional would do this like good and have it in like a silicone container so you could pop out the chocolate and have it really runny so it matched perfectly to the sides and everything. But yeah, I don't have the patience or time or energy for that. So we're gonna wing it and do it this way, okay? So we're just gonna line this with chocolate. It doesn't have to be perfect, I guess, like whatever. I'm gonna use another one of these underneath to give it more structure because it's kind of collapsing a bit on itself. Because I think you should use them in like an actual silicone mold to do this, but I don't have that. So we're gonna do this, okay. Okay, so we got it covered in chocolate, and I'm gonna pop this in the fridge to freeze a bit before we actually fill it with the peanut butter stuff. So I'm just gonna put it in a container just so it holds its form a little better, and then put it in the fridge. So then for the filling, it's your mixture that you already made, and then you're gonna add in just like the cookie crumble part of it. So you're just gonna break it up a little bit, and then you're gonna mix it in with that kind of like dough fondant stuff that we made out of the peanut butter. Okay, so you're gonna have it in like crumbles and like that, and then we're gonna put this aside, and then we're gonna shove it, then we're gonna put it into the chocolate mixture we just put in the fridge in a minute. And then for the topping, we're gonna use some of the filling that we used out of that Oreo, and then I'm gonna add hopefully white chocolate if I can find it. If not, I'll just add more icing sugar and then just make a coating on top. So we'll do that in a second. Okay, so I switched it to the freezer to freeze faster, and it did freeze really, really fast, so that's great. I'm not sure if it'll actually pull off of the paper. I wasn't really thinking about that. It probably should have been a silicone mold because, oh, wait, it might come off. It might not. We'll see what happens if it actually comes off or not, but it's hardened, so then we're gonna put the filling in. So let's grab that. So we're gonna take our filling that we made and we're gonna stuff it into the shell there. Okay. All right.
Luckily, I found a little bit of white chocolate. My mom had some, so we're good to go. So we're just going to melt that up a little.
Will it work? Did it soften?
It just needs longer. I think it just needs longer to soften.
Exactly. Oh, perfect.
Ooh, melted really good. So then I'll just add icing sugar to it. I'm just adding some icing sugar. So perfect.
Good.
All right, add the icing sugar. All right, now that we have this mixture, we're going to pour it on top of our little Reese's cup. Okay, so let's fill this. We're just gonna pour it on top. I'm gonna use like maybe a little spatula. So hold on, you're probably not gonna see this. I'll show you when I. It's not perfectly smooth. It's not perfectly smooth because there is like little sprinkles in it. So it's not perfectly smooth. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Okay, it's good enough. So we have that, and then I'm gonna pop it back in the freezer and let that harden. So it's gonna be messy, but hopefully it tastes good. So let's pop it in the freezer. That's good at least. Okay. I think it's hardened up and it's ready. So the actual cup looks better than I expected. Like it actually has all the ridges. So that turned out way better than I thought. The top, not as much. And I think it's supposed to come down like halfway on the real one. So I would definitely use more white chocolate to do that and try to get it like deeper down. And it didn't like harden quite as much. So probably just do all chocolate, I guess. But yeah, other than that, like it looks not bad on the outside. So like, let's try it a little bit, see what it tastes like. Once again, I can't really compare it to like the real Collab, but this is just what I think it might taste like. It actually does taste a lot like a Reese's, but that's pretty good. You get like the little Oreo bites inside, it makes it crunchy. That's good. I think the real ones would probably be really good too. But yeah, I think that real one would be pretty good. Once again, I don't think I can find it around here, and they're kind of expensive, so I don't know if I'll ever really try them, but whatever. And then we have the Oreo cookie one, which I feel like, no, this is obviously going to be good. It's fine. Like it's peanut butter in the Oreo. I think it'll be great. It is good. I think I still like the normal Oreo better, but it is good. So if you like peanut butter, this is like a really, really easy one to do, just by adding like the peanut butter and the powdered sugar together and like then putting it between the Oreos. So like it's good. assume it's similar to what the actual cookies taste like that they have for the collab. Once again, don't really know. But I think it turned out pretty good. It's actually pretty tasty. So if you want to try to do these at home, they'd be pretty simple to do. But anyway, thanks for joining, guys. Bye-bye.